Hey folks, it's Charlie here, and you're watching a Charlie in the Rain interview where I do one of my favorite things, which is chat with like Aussie artists, Aussie bands, people doing amazing things in this country. But also today, I'm getting to tap into a second one of my favorite things, which I'm so excited to do. As you can probably tell from looking a bit around my little background here, I love nostalgia. I love like Y2K core. I love jumping into that little like inner child inside of me. Today, we're jumping into childhood nostalgia. We're jumping into things you might have been doing as a kid that never really thought about. And you're kind of like, that was a sign. I should have listened. I'm joined today by half of Dreaming Soda. We're going to chat about their kind of recent single, Kissing Stacy, and their music video that has just come out for this track. First off, hey Ella, how are you doing?
Hi, Charlie. I am so good. I'm so excited to be joining you in your incredible bedroom with the Beanie Babies and the posters and the CDs. I literally feel like this could almost be like a screenshot of my childhood bedroom, and it's just giving me life. I love it so much.
Yes, oh, I love that. That honestly is how I felt watching this new music video you've put out. I'm
Aw.
like, this could be filmed in my room. What's going on? We're having a chat about your Kissing Stacy music video. So to
Mhm.
run us back a little bit, it's been a couple of months since you released the track Kissing Stacy. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about this track? Remind us who Stacy is. Who's Kissing Stacy? What's going
Mhm.
on?
Totally. Well, basically, for Dreaming Soda as a project, all of the songs are based on really specific childhood memories, very much that Gen Z millennial sort of I mean, I'm a 1997 baby, so like, slightly pre-internet, but then also like had a Facebook when I was 11, probably shouldn't have. And I really love writing songs in that space of when technology was blooming and discovering who you are. And I think it's a very nostalgic and relatable space. And this song, Kissing Stacy, was 100% inspired by kind of realizing those signs where, like, maybe making your Barbies kiss each other is not like a straight activity. And I just really thought, like, oh, maybe I was the only person who did that. And then when I was talking to people, I'm like, oh, no, 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 this is universal. This is absolutely everyone is doing this. And I think that just this amazing, like, discussion around exploring your sexuality and your identity as a child, I think is not talked upon too much. I think sometimes we assume we can leave all that stuff to a teenager or an adult to figure out. But there's a lot of exploration that happens as a kid. And yeah, I wanted to just pay homage to that. But at the same time, I was watching this YouTube video called the Queer Marxist Theory of Barbie, which is by this incredible creator, Alexander. And it's all about how Barbie is this sort of gluttonous overconsumption icon, but then also a play space for a queer identity. And I just thought, like, what a cool bringing together of two completely seemingly separate ideas. And then the song just kind of like, I just was vomiting the lyrics and the sounds, and and then it just turned into a song. And here we are.
Yes. Oh, I love it so much because that's such an important thing you mentioned, like exploration of identity and sexuality, all this stuff. It gets kind of like an adult rep. It's kind of like, oh, it can get vulgar. It's like it's about sex and all this stuff. No, this is such an integral part. I remember as a kid, like playing things like Game of Life, and it's like, I don't want a man in my Game of Life car. You put the little pink figurine. It's like things like that, they're just like swept under the rug. You don't think about it until you see something like this song and this video, and you're like, wait.
Literally, I think that it's really important to have those moments of private play by yourself or maybe with some of your young friends. And I think, like, this was such a big part of it for me. It's like when I was either playing with myself or with my friends, like, we didn't have any Ken dolls. We didn't have any, like, of the boy brats. Like, they were all kissing each other and having affairs with each other. And we're like 10, like inventing these adult scenarios that we don't quite understand. But it's like there's something about it that is enticing. And I think that there's a lot of kind of internalized shame that gets developed when you're a kid who doesn't really know how to express that stuff. And I think that the worst thing you can do is let that shame just rot inside you and not address it. And I think that part of releasing this song and the music video was actually really healing for me in understanding like it was not wrong of me to be a kid exploring who I was and figuring it out. And I would hate to like, you know, let my own kids or other kids that I know like have that feeling of like, oh, maybe something's wrong with me or whatever. So I think it was it became a more of a healing exercise than I realized, which was really cool.
Yeah, I love that. Honestly, it feels healing even just watching it. Like you're not there with your dolls, you're just watching this video come alive. It's such a personal thing. So let's chat about the video. It's like the Dreaming Soda baby first music video. It's your directorial debut? Directorial debut? That's how you say that. Like this is so cool. Again, I'm obsessed with it. I literally was like looking through my room. I found my Taylor Swift Barbie. Look at her. She's an icon.
Good. She's an icon.
Got this like businesswoman. Look at her. She's all dressed up, ready to go. They are from very different times.
It's so Elle Woods.
Yes. Yeah. Obsessed. I'm like, they're watching the video with me in the back of my mind.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about putting together this video? Because it looks so fun.
Well, I did invite the actors to come and join me for this interview. We've got Ella and we've got Stacy. Very kind of them for them to join me. They usually sit on my shelf, but here they are on video with me. Essentially, like this video, I didn't know, I've never done a music video before, and I've been doing music for a long time, and the music videos are just too big. They're too scary. I understand music, but then turning that into a full visual thing, I don't know, I was so intimidated by it. And I thought like, I usually see projects as every single step happening at once at the same time. And of course, if you view things like that, you're never going to do it. And I realized, well, maybe I could just make a proof of concept. Maybe I could just film some really janky shots on my phone of like what I could imagine the song having. And it was really interesting how much the ideas just like started happening. I literally just got my phone and filmed things around my house, like the angles that I liked, and I just did it all in one go, really, and then just put it together in iMovie. And I was like, damn it, this really does have the extra layer of storytelling that a song can't give you. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do a music video. Like, it's just, this is too much fun. Like, this is so cool. And I think that another thing is I'm a big thrifter. I literally, like, my spare time, I'm at Benny's, I'm at Savers, I'm at Salvo's, I'm buying stuff I don't need. And the best thing about doing a music video is like there's so many things you can buy, and it's like, well, it's part of the music video, claim that one on tax, I guess. And it was really fun to like go and find dream houses and cars and ponies and dolls, and again, like talking about this sense of healing your childhood. I was like, I did not grow up in the kind of family where we could have a Barbie dream house. Absolutely not. It was like you get one Barbie or one Bratz doll maybe at Christmas, and it was a big deal. And that's also actually one of the first lyrics is wrapped up trapezoid. And like on Christmas morning you see that wrapped up trapezoid and you're like, oh my gosh, that better be a Yasmin. I'm so excited. Like, you just like, you know. And it's like, I'm not sad that the surprise of getting a Bratz doll is ruined. I'm so excited because I can see that wrapped up trapezoid. I'm ready for it. So that was it, going to all these op shops and buying stuff and creating like the doll setup of my dreams was just so much fun. And as a little tidbit at the end, I ended up donating almost all of it to this one family. I just had them on Facebook Marketplace and I was like, I have got 2 dream houses, cars, ponies, dolls, so many clothes, all this DIY stuff I've made. It's free. And this lady came and she was just so happy, and her kid was so happy, and it was really nice to be like, there you go. Like, that's all the stuff I wish I had as a kid. Anyway, with all that being said, music video. It was a lot of work, but I think I really surprised myself with how capable I was in the end, which I think was really nice.
I hope you know I'm sitting here like about to cry. I love that whole cyclical journey you've gone through. You've reconnected with your inner child through this, and now another child is out there getting to do whatever they please with this. Like, oh my God.
And also like because the dream house was really faded that I bought, and so we washed it and then we spray painted it to like brighten the colors. We spray painted it pink and purple, and so it is like unique in its own way. And I have this like, you know, this dream of like the kid who's playing with it coming across the video and being like, that's my dream house. How did they get that? That's my dream house. And then maybe they ask their mom like, oh yeah, you know, I just got it from this girl on Facebook Marketplace. They're like, could you imagine? That's gonna go in the biopic.
Oh my God, stop. You can't do this to me.
The power of nostalgia.
The power also of just like shout out to thrift stores for being able to like enable this. Whenever I'm in like a secondhand store and I'm like, I wish I had that as a kid. That would have changed my life. The amount of purchases I've made that are like, I have no use for this now, but somewhere inside of me I do.
It's for younger me. She's screaming, she's crying, she's so excited. Exactly. I mean, it's the power of thrift stores, but like with great power comes great responsibility, because I spend way too much money, and I was getting crazy with this shoot because I was like, yeah, I do need this. Yeah, I do need this for the shoot. I need it for the music video. Sorry. And I was like, I was keeping track of all my receipts and payments, and I was like, yikes. Like this was supposed to be like a really thrifty, you know, not super expensive thing. You know, let's just say we blew out the budget a little bit on the Barbie dolls.
And you know what? That is fully justified. Like, you're not contributing to consumerism. You're getting in there. You're saving these dolls from like the fate of like the bright Vinnie's lighting. You're doing your part.
Thank you. Which is also funny because like consumerism was such a big part of the song. It was about, you know, like how Barbie gets to represent this like consumerist lifestyle. Like, you know, she has everything, and I wanted to use that as a way to talk about how we can distract ourselves from our like inner truths, right? Like, you know, my main character, she's like got these feelings she doesn't understand, and instead of like understanding it or diving into it, she's like, how about I just like buy a house and a million clothes and have heaps of parties and just not think about what that truth might mean. So to have done that, but then also have bought everything secondhand was like, I don't know, it's kind of a really fun play on the concept.
Yeah, I love that so much. I can like, when you were saying about like the box, in my head, I have a vivid memory of like, it's not quite Barbie, so, but I had got this like Monster High set once, and it had like several of the dolls, and they were going to the beach, and they're all in like little like shiny like bikinis and like swimwear. And I can vividly remember like opening that up, and I'm just like, that was such a massive thing. And it's also just like, for as cool as that was probably very expensive. It's very consumerist. It's like, why did you need a big box of all these characters you already have, but in beachwear? But also very, very gay. Very gay. They are still on my bookshelf.
Love it. Love that. So good. Yeah. And it's like, it pays dividends, you know, because it helps you figure out who you are. So it's like, oh, the money's worth it.
Exactly. But how has it felt like when you sent me this video? I was like, I felt so seen by it. I know there are going to be so many other people who are going to watch this video, or even who have just come across the song, who are going to feel seen by it. How does it feel to be speaking the truth that Barbie is such a vessel for identity exploration, and especially like sapphic realness? And how does it feel to have people then be like, yeah, same, I had that exact same experience?
Yeah, I think like I definitely don't want to act like I'm a pioneer of this concept, because I think there are so many amazing creators who have played with this idea, even with like really similar video concepts. Like Dodie has this great video which is kind of like the gender roles with Barbies and kind of going crazy, and it's like there's so many amazing creative people who have been inspired by these concepts because of the dissonance, because of like, wow, like Barbie's really fun and it's, you know, really bright and colorful and I love it, but you know, it also kind of brings up these themes of like consumerism and capitalism and gender roles, and it's kind of stuff that maybe we don't want to look at to enjoy the pink of it, you know. Kind of similar to the whole Barbie movie coming out. It's like, it was interesting because I feel like it really skimmed the surface of like feminism and like there's a little bit feminism 101, you know, like and I think that Barbie can have a lot more challenging concepts, and maybe if it wasn't produced by Mattel we would have seen that. But you know, I think like it's really interesting to live in a world where there's dissonance between like you can enjoy something but then also critique it. And I really just wanted my video to have that space of like not necessarily solving the problems or really analyzing them, but just kind of showcasing both of it. Like it was really fun to buy too much stuff and make this Barbie house of my dreams, but then also I'm doing it because it's supposed to represent overconsumption, and it was really fun to like have the Barbies have this romance, but then I also really struggled to like go deeper into that romance because, you know, it's not like necessarily something that I do find like super comfortable. And it's like, it's just so many different things coming together of like how I feel. And I think that something that's so beautiful about art is that when you do create it for other people, you can sometimes miss the mark a little bit because we don't know what people like. But then when you create for yourself, you can get so surprised by how much people resonate with it. And I think that has been definitely a big takeaway for me here. I really wanted to make something that I thought represented how I felt and my story. And it's been really cool that other people have been like, that's my story too. Because that's all that you can hope for, is that people connect with what you do. So I think that the idea that what I've made will make people feel seen is like, that's the whole point of making art in so many ways. It's like, there's a sense of catharsis, definitely, but there's also like connecting with people is the most powerful thing you can do, I think.
Absolutely. Gosh, there was just so much there to unpack. I feel like when I rewatch this, I'm just going to be like, wow, like preach. Where do I quote this in my university?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank
you.
So much has come from just like a shiny doll with red lipstick. And it's such a thing that you can easily remove, like, you can't easily remove yourself, but you can turn off that critical part of your brain and just be like, yay, dolls. And then you turn it back on and you're like, whoa.
Exactly. I think that dolls are so much fun, and it's so fun to buy clothes, and it's so fun to dress them up and like have them kiss each other and stuff. And then you're like, wait, but does that make me gay? Does this mean that I'm contributing to capitalism? Does this mean I'm contributing to gender roles or not contributing to that? Am I gluttonous? Am I like, there's so many things that we kind of like have to battle with everything that we do. And I didn't want my music video to just be a critique or just be a surface level thing. I just wanted to kind of play with all of it. And I think that in the end, like, it is really playful. It's not very serious, but I think that kind of playing with those different concepts was just really fun.
Absolutely. Even just like thinking about it now, I'm doing like a massive nostalgia trip. I remember as a kid, my sister had the Hannah Montana Barbie. I saw Miley Cyrus cut her hair off and I'm like, well, you know what has to happen. And I remember getting in so much trouble for that because it was like, you know, that's the Hannah Montana Barbie. Like, why did you do that? But it was my way of like figuring out what was going on with it all. And it's such an interesting thing to do this nostalgia trip, even just like aside from Barbie, thinking like the thrifting, the Y2K. How do you feel like perhaps your childhood self or any child or young person watching will feel now when they watch this video? How do you think your inner self would react if they saw this sort of freedom that your parents or like people above you would try shame away, be like, no, Barbies don't do that. That's not how they dress or how they act. How do you think it'll feel to have this sort of representation being like, this is okay, this can be done?
I hope that it feels comforting. I hope that it feels like, oh, I'm not weird or abnormal, because you're not, you're just figuring it out. And there have been some young people that I've been able to show the video to, and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I did that. And they might only be like 13 or something. So it's like not that much in their past, right?
Yeah.
And I think that has been really nice. I think that I didn't want to make the video too sexy,
Yeah.
I didn't want to make it very debaucherous in that way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I love the, content in the videos, especially with Barbie dolls, that is a little bit more sexy and a little bit more adult. But that wasn't really what I wanted to do with this video. I wanted it to be quite wholesome and sincere. And I think that, even when I was playing dolls as a kid, it was definitely a bit more like sexy and adult than what I probably should have been doing. But I think this video, I just wanted it to feel like a kind of like a little nod, being like, hey, it's okay to like do that stuff and to figure it out, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. And that's sort of the energy that I would love to pass on to a viewer, is like, you're not weird. You can choose to like think about this stuff more or not think about it. That's fine, but just don't feel weird or full of shame. You don't need to take that with you. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where I wish I could like bottle up that feeling, put this video on some sort of like burnt disc and send it back to my past self, because like would have been like world breaking. The TV would have been turned off after like 3 seconds, but it would still stay in that mind.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that it will be the same for me, is just to not feel like kind of weird and like unsure. And so much about exploring your identity needs to be done with kindness and gentleness. And to me, like, this video was an attempt at doing that for myself as a kid, I guess. So yeah, I mean, how cool would it be if this video became that for someone else? Like, oh my gosh, what a privilege.
Oh, I love it. I also like, this may just be like the first streaming soda music video, which is also just like such a great way to start it off. But you're no stranger to taking that extra step. You haven't just got the music. You're diving deep into this. You're making like really complex worlds. Not complex, like hard to wrap your head around, but like it's deep, it's rich. There is so much like multimedia. You've got comic books, you've got skits, handmade merch. This is such like a wholesome thing. You've built a whole world. Like, you're building a whole empire around all of these songs you're putting out. How does it feel to be able to jump in and fully get yourself immersed in all of these worlds? You're not just using music as the sole outlet here. You've built it up. How does that feel as an artist?
I think that I'm inspired by so much beyond just music, and it was really fun to have the music video be this first kind of more film focused one, but art comes in so many mediums, and it's been really just fulfilling to explore them with my music. I think I really feel inspired by artists who have that privilege of creating a world. Someone like Ashniko, who has a D&D campaign with one of their albums, or Montaigne, who had the I think it was like a Minecraft server or something for one of their albums. I just think that those extra steps are just inspiring, and I think it takes something beyond just being this, I have to market this, I have to get eyes on it, viral moment, and it turns it into something that's almost like bespoke and timeless, and like rewarding for those who want to dive into it. For the first EP that we did, I was privileged with a lot of time, as many of us were in lockdown, and I didn't really have access to a studio to be making a lot of music, but I did have access to Canva, and I was like, I want to storyboard a comic book for this EP. And then I found artists to work with me to put it into incredible illustrations that I would never be able to do. But it was just, I love those extra efforts. I love physical media. The vinyls with the beautiful images in them, or CDs where the packet comes out and it's a poster or a map, or just I think I have this Arcade Fire CD and it's like a newspaper article if you like open up I just think that there is so much creative potential in things, and it doesn't just end with the song getting sent out to streaming services. I think it's a disservice to the art, because people pour themselves into things and it lasts for a couple moments and then they're on to the next one. And I unfortunately have to put so much more effort in, and that's like, it means that projects become extremely long-winded and few and far between, but it's just important to build worlds, I feel. So it's been really nice to do that again with Kissing Stacy and just live in the world a little bit longer. And I think that when you do projects, you can kind of not feel settled in them. You can move on too quickly, and it's nice to live in it for a bit longer. Create a music video, create sketch comedy, create, all these different things, and it just makes things feel really expansive.
Yeah, I love that so much, because I'm a hobby person. I'm such like a craft person. Last night I spent like hours cutting out, like I collect junk mail magazines, and I was like cutting out all the different, like I've got like Mario Kart characters and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're going in a scrapbook somewhere.
Absolutely.
Like, all this stuff where it's like, that's so easily lost, like in the chaos of the world. Like if you're making something, it has to go online. It has to be for Instagram or for TikTok. And it's like, just create, like pour your heart and soul into stuff. It's something I feel is so lost.
Yeah, I think that creative people need to make that time to actually create, and especially for musicians, the creative process when you're putting out music is like 10% when it comes to marketing and finalizing and like mixing and all this stuff. Like the actual sitting down and being creative part ends up actually not being a whole lot of it. So taking that time to figure out, how else can I do that? How can I maybe create poster or even content, like I think that it can be really rewarding. It can remind you the point of what you do, because, oh my God, it is so easy to get lost in the numbers and the engagement. And it's like, that's not why you were given these gifts. That's not why you exist on this world, is to get the best numbers. It's to create. So create, cut out the things and make a scrapbook and film a terrible music video on your phone and just like make things. Absolutely. Even if they're terrible, that's the point.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. With all of these creative endeavors then, with all these different things you're pouring your heart and soul into, with the release of the Kissing Stacy music video, how can we as fans, as consumers, as people who might have just stumbled across this video and it's our first introduction to the band, how can we best support Dreaming Soda?
Well, I think that definitely consuming the content is cool, but also I find the best support is kind of creating a community around the art. I find like when people comment or reach out, like to me, that goes beyond just this like marketing support or social media support. That's like supporting me as a person. Obviously there's like, financial support and like merch and all that sort of stuff, but to feel seen, whether that's making me feel making you feel seen, or someone consuming it and making me feel seen in my art, like that support goes so far beyond like just, oh, I shared it with my friends, like I love feeling connected to people and creating that connection and having like a little DM kiki with someone where they're just telling me they like the video, and I'm like, that to me is the purpose of making art. And I think people know the ways that we like being supported in the more surface level sense. Of course, there's like sharing and going to shows and buying merch, and that goes for any local artist. But I think that feeling like you have a connection with someone one-to-one as a person, that's the point of being on this silly rock. So that's the best way to support Dreaming Soda, I think.
Yes, I love that. I honestly, I say this time and time again. If people watching have watched even one of my other interviews, they know I say this all the time. Reaching out to artists is so easily accessible. Like Instagram DMs, even if it's to a request or you're
Yeah.
sending an email to an email linked in a bio.
We
Reach
are
out
doom
to
scrolling.
artists. Yeah,
We
like
want
you're
to
on
get,
your phone
we need to
all the
get broken
time.
out of the cycle. Like, I want, whenever someone is like, oh my God, I found your song, I loved it. I'm like, cool, I would give you my first child. I am indebted now to you. So thank you. It makes a huge difference. It means everything. It validates all of the sunken cost, you know?
Yes. No, literally, whenever I'm like, if I'm on like when I'm listening to music on my streaming services, which is like literally only when I'm at uni, if I put a song on repeat, I'm like, I need to message this artist. Like, I need to hit
Yeah.
up this band. I sent a message to an artist the other day. I'm like, hey, I hope this isn't weird. I listened to your song 16 times today. And it's just like that little bit of recognition is something they won't even know this unless you tell them. Tell someone you connected with the song. It takes seconds.
Literally, and it can make their day, it can make their week, it can make every every email that didn't get replied to almost not matter, you know? Like, we have to cold email so many people, and it's just, you know, these publications or these groups that are doing great things, they just might not have the time for that small artist. But then when someone in the community is like, hey, I connected with it, it's like, well, that was the point. I was only reaching out to that publication so they would find you, but you just found me directly. Like, that's what matters, you know?
Yes, I love that. And also, that's such a real thing. Like, a lot of these things, like, I am one person. I figured out the other day in 6 weeks of like late January and all of February, I'd been asked to do more interviews than I could do in a whole year. And I'm like, I feel so bad, but I'm listening and loving everything. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's so hard for all these artists who are making the most amazing content to get featured or to get on every blog or thing. So it can, like, when humans connect with it, when you send it to a friend who's actually really going to vibe with it, and that you know they played with their Barbie dolls like this, you know their dolls were kissing, send them the
Honestly.
song. They'll connect with it
Honestly.
far easier. Like,
I could not give less of a shit about getting write-ups on the biggest magazines or whatever, because at the end of the day, what I want is for people who see themselves in this video to feel seen. And all I'm trying to do is find them. I'm trying to sift through and find them. And if I could, I would find them all and individually message them and be like, I made this for you. I made this video for you. Please watch it. Because that is all that matters. It's like, I don't need anything other than for some person who's like, I made my Barbie's kiss as a kid, haven't really thought about it in 20 years. And I'm like, cool, I made you a video. I made you a video, check it out. It's literally for you. It's your story. I made it for you. That's all it is. That's all it's about, you know?
yeah, literally. We're talking about supporting, we're talking about sharing music with the people who we know are going to love it. I'd love to ask you a question. I love to leave these interviews chatting with the artists I'm listening to, figuring out who they are listening to, and then updating my playlist. So I'd love to
100%.
ask you, who's on the Dreaming Soda playlist? Which local Aussie acts have you been frothing over lately and would love to shout out?
Absolutely. Okay, so someone that I constantly am connecting and reconnecting with, loving what they do, is Ivorus. She is just a ray of sunshine, this girl. She's incredible. Definitely check her out. Romany has also just released another amazing album. What an icon, incredible person. And then also Jean, Just Jeannie. She's just released Cash with her band. The way I listened to like just a little bit of it, and then in my head I was just singing it all day. It's such an earworm. They are so cool. So those are my three for today for people to check out. Incredible people. I think all Melbourne based. Love them so much. Yeah, there is so much sick, incredible music out there, so many talented people, and yeah, like as soon as you start looking, it's like, oh, oh, it's like when you see like two ants and you're like, huh. And then you go to the hive and you're like, oh my God, there's like, whoa, there's a million ants here. That's like the Australian music industry. If you start following the trail of the local artists, you are shocked at the stuff that is happening in our industry. There is some incredible talent out there. So those are my three.
Yes, absolutely. Also, just like that Romany album, I have had that on such repeat. We're like talking about nostalgia with Dreaming Soda and Kissing Stacy. That's like a different side of it all. It's like we're stripping away all the things that were considered like bright and poppy, and we're getting into like the dark nostalgia, the gritty stuff that's repressed up there somewhere. Such a good album.
Yeah, fantastic. If you haven't heard it, check it out.
Get in there.
Get in there.
You can watch a really, really great interview with Romany about the album. Like, just say.
So good. Yeah. No, there's some really cool stuff happening out there. Follow those trains. Also, like, if you find an artist that you like, see who supported them recently on a show, because the artists themselves make so much effort to find the right people to complement their show and complement their act. And that's like a real opportunity to find someone amazing before they blow up. So highly recommend, if you see someone having a show, go to the support act. What are you doing? See something incredible, you know?
Yeah, that's something I was like trying to really push recently, and I couldn't really find the right way to articulate it. But with the whole like AI playlisting will recommend you an artist to listen to, you know who you're already listening to. Say you're like, even surface level, you're listening to Taylor Swift. Cool, she had how many openers on the Eras tour? Like, whoever you're listening to, they've performed a show with other people, whether they were the opener, whether they've been the opener. Wait, what? Whether they picked the openers, whether they are the opener.
Yeah.
Like, there are artists that sound like them, that are in their same area. And it's all on social media. Look it up. It's all
easy.
There.
You go Taylor Swift, Sabrina opened for Taylor, I think Tovolo opened for Sabrina or Taylor, and then Blusher opened for Tovolo. And it's like, it's not hard to find the local person who is connected on that stream of like the genre that you like. It just like takes a little bit of research, a little bit of critical thinking. We can do it. Don't let the algorithm make you think your brain can't work. Like, you know how good it is to discover an artist and follow them and go to their local show and be there from the ground. Like, it is a euphoria like nothing else. It gives you that clout. It makes you think you're better than all your friends. So highly recommend.
Yes. Like, on that note, like, the trickle down is so easy to see. Think like Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift. They both had Maisie Peters open. Maisie Peters just had Alexia open. Alexia is like still like a small artist in the regards. She's also the pop princess of Australia nowadays. Like, she's had all these acts play alongside her. Holly Hebe on the upcoming tour. Chloe Parche. She performed with Bella Amore and Teenage Jones when I first saw her, and people talked through her whole set because they didn't know who she was. It's like, you can find so many amazing artists just from even looking at the biggest people in the industry down. More people need to do this. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Like, I'm like, why aren't people doing this? Am I going
content
crazy?
idea, Charlie? You start with the big one, you trickle down with the supports to find the local artist. Like, oh my God, make it happen. So good.
Yeah, even like Oasis, Ballpark Music. The opening acts Ballpark Music have are just insane. Like Merpire, locals up here, they've had Red Hill, who are amazing. It's like, it's so easy. I'm coining that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ballpark had Seb Sabo or Ben Trelato. Ben Trelato was so good.
Again, both so amazing. Oh my God. I feel like I've listened to Moving so many times. That's my go-to like crash out on the bus song. I feel like if I ever heard that live, I would cry myself to sleep.
Absolutely. And it's like, you can message them, be like, hey, love your song, and they'll be like, oh my God, thank you. Like, Ballpark's not gonna get back to you, girl. Like, you gotta find the local artist, like, you'll make their day.
Oh, you never know though. Like, the Ballpark people are the loveliest.
That's so true.
Fans.
They're
so
really
they
nice.
could.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true.
Yes. Oh, I love it so much. I again love this video so much. I need to send it to people. I need to be like, hey, like, I think you'd like this. It's so nostalgia core. It's so, I love it. It's so me. So I'm so excited that I've now got this video as part of my like cultural zeitgeist to just like return to again and again.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so stoked. I live with my best friend Amy, who did all the animation on it, and like it just popped, like those little advertisement looking like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun to make. It was just such a dream. It was like the play of my dreams as a kid. Like, you know, when you're like in your room and there's stuff everywhere and you're playing. Like, this was the ultimate play scenario for me. It was so cool. I'm so glad it's coming out.
It like when you watch the video, I know like when you watch the video, you're probably like, oh, I remember like doing this and that, and we cut this part and we did that. But when I watch the video, it's like, this is just so much fun. As you said, the little things that pop up on the screen, like it's so like, it's professional as well. Like, it is in there. It's so cool. I adore this video.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited for people to finally see it. Wow, it's like this is the final chapter of Kissing Stacy, and what a whirlwind it has been. Is so much fun. I'm so feeling like I built the world to the borders. I'm so happy with it. I get to have this little empire that I can look at for the rest of my life and be like, I did that. Did the song, sketch comedy. There's also a lyric video that we released that's fully animated, and the music video, it's just like, it's a package of this era, and I'm so proud of it.
Yes, it's what we need in the tumultuous year of like end of 2025, early 2026. This like financial year, this tumultuous financial year.
Yes,
that's what we needed to save us.
Yes, this was the financial year project of 2025 and 2026. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was releasing it. Was how can I really, get the most out of this financial year?
Yes,
for tax purposes.
How are we going to? Yeah, we're going to get that tax return.
100%. Exactly.
Yes. Oh, I love it. If you are still watching and you haven't watched this video 500 times and then watched it with your dolls, what are you doing?
Show your dolls. What are you doing? Get them. I know that they're there. I know you still have them. Show them this. Remind them of those good old days when they would kiss each other. God.
Hey, if you were thinking it, they were thinking it too. You don't understand. They are parts of you.
Exactly.
Yes. I love it so much. Thank you for making the time to chat.
Thanks, Charlie.
Stacy.